Okay, I was like, did you start counting again? Hey everyone, it's Raquel here at the State of Entrepreneurship, and I'm standing with Jorge Varela from Cowtown Angels in Tech Fort Worth. How are you?
Just great. Happy to be here.
So talk with us a little bit about what's going on in Fort Worth over at Tech Fort Worth and Cowtown Angels.
Well, first of all, 2015 has been like a great year for us. We had ZS Pharma from Tech Fort Worth I'm going to wear multiple hats here. We had ZS Pharma had in the process of going through a big exit with AstraZeneca. So that's kind of exciting. But, we've had a number of other exits this year, which most people don't want to hear about. They're trying to keep it quiet. But
we love hearing about exits. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but then people bug them. And then next thing you know, they're joining places like Cowtown Angels, right? Because now they're accredited investors because they've succeeded. So we try not to, we respect our company's, desire to be more private about their successes. But we've had a number of good exits. We've had, this year's been great for the Tech Fort Worth client companies. Most of them have gotten funding that they needed. Most of the funding actually found them. They didn't actually have to pitch to any angel group, which is something that we were very proud of at Tech Fort Worth. We feel that if you build a good company, if you're out there generating sales, then really what's going to happen is the money's going to find you. And a lot of our client companies have had that happen in 2015. We expect that that's going to happen again in 2016. At Tech Fort Worth, we tend to be a little bit more progressive in the way we think. We try to look at the needs of the entrepreneurs out there, being entrepreneurs ourselves, and we look at it and say, well, what's the next barriers? What's stopping us? That's what helped us when we helped found North Texas Angels and Cowtown Angels. That's what we were trying to do. How do we find the next good thing before everyone else goes out and tries to do it? So that's what's going on at Tech Fort Worth. Now let me flip the hat to the other side. Cowtown Angels had a great year. I think we invested in I don't remember the total number for 2015. But overall, we've invested in 18 companies, somewhere a little over $14 million. This year, I think we had a number of follow-on rounds. Total raise for those companies has been pretty close to $50 million. So if you ask me what's going on around here, there's a lot of good things. I think for now, deals are, as usual, tough to find good deals, right? We're here to make money, not just to give away money. And that's one of the things that people don't realize. Angel investors have to have an exit. Long answer, but there you go. Multiple answers.
No, that's phenomenal. And something that I wanted to get your thoughts on as well. I mean, there's been a ton of activity happening over the last couple of years, obviously, across North Texas, a lot in Dallas, a lot in Denton, a lot in Fort Worth as well. So talk a little bit about what's kind of happening in the Fort Worth neighborhood side of the Metroplex. So it's not just Dallas proper, and it's not just Denton or whatever. There's a lot of stuff that's happening over on the other side as well. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, we don't, at Tech Fort Worth and Cowtown Angels, we tend to think more regionally than, Fort Worth's in our name because that's where our main office is. And we were founded initially by a public-private partnership with the city of Fort Worth. But the city of Fort Worth is not a big participant in what we do. We are a separate organization completely. But we look regionally, so I'd rather speak regionally about it. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm an old Silicon Valley guy. I did my second through about 8 company in Silicon Valley. And so, what I'm seeing here, and that was before Silicon Valley became a good buzzword, right? We're talking back in the mid 80s to mid 90s is where I spent a lot of time in Silicon Valley. And, a lot of excitement we're seeing in North Texas has been similar to the Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is not just the real valley. It includes San Jose and goes all the way up to San Francisco, and those are not technically part. And it even goes across to the East Bay, right? So that's what we're seeing here. So, I like to say that that's happening. And by the way, that geographic region is way bigger than Dallas, Fort Worth, Denton, right? That triangle. But so what we have to start thinking about is start forgetting somehow that we're independent cities within it, because it's a case where if one city starts floating up, we're all float up, right? Again, let's go back to ZS Pharma. The company started in Indiana, moved to Fort Worth to work with us. From Fort Worth, they moved up to Capel. From there, it's thinking of moving back to Fort Worth. So, but who benefited? All of us, because we're now on the map for the exit and for what they've done. So.
That's a really, really interesting perspective to have, and I never really thought about it that way too. When you think about Silicon Valley, it's the entire region. It's not just San Francisco or just San Jose or just Berkeley or just the East Bay. Like, it's all of these other things that play into that whole region. And so we absolutely have that same leverage here in North Texas. So thank you. What a great perspective, Raquel. And thanks for being here with us. And I'll let you continue on with all the fun events for this evening.
Thanks, looking forward to it.
Thanks. And you can find out more about the State of Entrepreneurship and everything else that's happening in the North Texas area on launchtfw.com.